Peter Obi, the former governor of Anambra State and a respected political leader in Nigeria, has never been silent when it comes to matters of justice, fairness, and peace. Recently, he decided to speak openly about one of the most pressing issues in the country, the continued detention of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. His words were strong, his tone was firm, and his message was clear. It is time for President Bola Tinubu to release Nnamdi Kanu. Obi began by reminding Nigerians that the country cannot continue to move forward if justice is not respected. He explained that the rule of law is the foundation of every society, and once that foundation is broken, nothing else can stand. According to him, the situation with Nnamdi Kanu has dragged on for too long, and the government has failed to handle it in a way that promotes peace and unity. Instead of calming the situation, keeping Kanu in detention has made things worse. He said, "This is not just about one man. This is about millions of people who feel hurt, who feel ignored, and who believe they have no voice." The detention of Nnamdi Kanu has created deep anger in the southeast, and that anger has turned into violence, insecurity, and fear. If we truly want to see peace in our land, we must address the root cause, and that starts with releasing Nnamdi Kanu. Peter Obi made it clear that he is not calling for the release of Nnamdi Kanu because of politics or personal interest, but because it is the right thing to do. He stressed that Nigeria cannot afford to keep acting like a country where the law is applied selectively. Justice should be for everyone, no matter where they come from or what they believe in. He reminded the government that Nnamdi Kanu, just like every other citizen, has fundamental human rights, and those rights must be respected. Obi pointed out that the insecurity in the southeast has reached a very dangerous level. People are living in fear. Traders cannot open their shops because they are scared of attacks. Farmers cannot go to their farms because they might be killed or kidnapped. Businesses are closing down, and the economy of the entire region is suffering. According to Obi, all these problems are linked to the anger and frustration caused by the continued detention of Nnamdi Kanu. He said, "You cannot keep someone in custody for years without a clear resolution and expect people to stay calm. That is not how to build peace." He also warned the government that ignoring this issue will only make things worse. Violence cannot bring peace. Arrests and killings cannot bring unity. The only way to move forward is through dialogue, justice, and fairness. Obi believes that releasing Nnamdi Kanu will not only reduce tension in the southeast but also send a strong message that Nigeria still respects the rule of law. It will show that the government is willing to listen to the cries of its people. Peter Obi spoke with a calm but firm voice. He was not shouting, but his words carried weight. He told President Tinubu that the power to solve this problem lies in his hands. The president can choose to ignore it and let the crisis grow, or he can choose to act now and bring peace to a troubled region. Obi said, "Nigeria is at a point where we must decide whether we want to live in peace or continue to live in fear. We cannot keep pushing this issue aside because it will not go away on its own. Every day that Nnamdi Kanu remains in detention is another day of anger, another day of insecurity, and another day of pain for the people of the southeast." He also reminded the government that no leader should be afraid of dialogue. Releasing Nnamdi Kanu does not mean weakness. It means strength. It means the government is willing to choose peace over conflict. It means Nigeria is ready to heal and move forward. Obi said that keeping Kanu in custody will never silence the calls for justice. Instead, it will make those calls louder and more desperate. "You cannot fight an idea by locking up the person who speaks about it," he said. "The only way to win is to address the issues with honesty and fairness." In his closing words, Peter Obi appealed to Nigerians to support the call for peace. He said this is not an Igbo issue or a political issue. It is a national issue. When one part of the country is burning, the whole country suffers. He said, "If we want to build a strong and united Nigeria, we must start by listening to each other. We must start by respecting the rights of every citizen. And we must start by making decisions that bring peace, not chaos." Peter Obi's message was simple but powerful. Release Nnamdi Kanu, respect the rule of law, and give peace a chance. He spoke as a leader who loves his country and wants the best for every Nigerian, no matter their tribe, religion, or belief. His words were not just a plea, they were a call to action, a call that President Tinubu and the federal government cannot afford to ignore. After Peter Obi spoke to the president, he turned his attention to the Igbo people. His words were full of concern and hope. He said it is time for the Igbos to wake up. For too long, they have allowed fear, anger, and division to hold them down. Obi said they cannot continue to fold their arms while their land suffers from insecurity and backwardness. He spoke as a leader who truly wants peace and progress for his people. Peter Obi explained that the Southeast is facing a very serious crisis. Insecurity has destroyed many lives. Kidnappings and killings have become common. Roads that were once safe are now dangerous. People are afraid to travel. Businesses have closed down because traders do not feel safe. Farmers are abandoning their farms because of fear of attacks. Children are leaving school because their parents cannot afford to keep them there. The economy of the Southeast is dying, and this is not the future the Igbos want. He told them that they cannot just blame the government for everything. Yes, the government has failed in many ways, but the people must also rise up and take responsibility. Obi said the first step is unity. He said, the Igbos cannot achieve anything if they remain divided. Division makes us weak. Unity makes us strong. He told them to stop fighting each other and to start working together for peace and progress. Obi reminded them that the Igbos are known for hard work, intelligence, and courage. These are qualities that have helped them succeed all over the world. But now, those qualities are being wasted because of insecurity and fear. He said, when you destroy your own land, you destroy your future. When you allow anger to control you, you lose everything you have worked for. He told them that it is time to return to the path of peace. He also spoke about the issue of Nnamdi Kanu. Obi said that the detention of Nnamdi Kanu has caused deep pain among the Igbos, but violence is not the solution. Burning markets, attacking innocent people, and killing policemen will not bring Nnamdi Kanu out of detention. Instead, it will only bring more suffering to the people. He said the only way to win this fight is through dialogue, law, and peaceful action. Peter Obi said that the Igbos must demand justice in a peaceful way. They must use their voice, not violence. He said, when you fight with guns, you destroy your home. When you fight with wisdom and unity, you build your future. Obi asked them to speak with one voice and to make their demands clear, but without bloodshed. He said violence will only give the government an excuse to keep treating them badly. Peaceful action will force the government to listen. Obi also warned the people about those who are using this crisis to make money. He said there are some people who do not want peace because they are making profit from insecurity. They are using the name of Nnamdi Kanu to commit crimes, to extort money, and to terrorize innocent people. He told the Igbos not to support such people. He said, if you truly love your land, you will not burn it down. If you truly love Nnamdi Kanu, you will not destroy what he was fighting for. He called on the elders, the youth, the women, and the leaders of the Southeast to rise and save their land. He said they must start from their homes, their communities, and their towns. They must talk to their children and teach them that violence is not the answer. They must support peace and development. Obi said the Igbos have the power to change their story, but it will not happen by staying silent or by supporting wrong actions. It will only happen if they work together for peace. Peter Obi also spoke about the Monday sit-at-home order that has crippled the region. He said it is time to end it. He said the sit-at-home has destroyed the economy of the Southeast and has brought more pain than good. Obi said, you cannot kill your own economy and expect progress. You cannot close your shops every Monday and expect your children to have a better life. He told them that businesses are leaving the Southeast because they cannot survive in such an environment. Investors are afraid to bring their money. If this continues, the region will become poorer and poorer. Obi said that ending the sit-at-home and insecurity will bring life back to the Southeast. It will bring jobs, businesses, and development. But this will not happen if the people remain divided or if they continue to support violence. He told them that the future of the Southeast is in their hands. They must choose peace over chaos, unity over division, and dialogue over violence. In his closing words, Peter Obi gave the Igbos hope. He said they are strong and capable of achieving great things. He reminded them of how they have survived many challenges in the past. He said, the Igbos are builders, not destroyers. We are known for creating wealth, not for destroying our land. Let us return to who we are. Let us come together and demand what is right in a peaceful way. Let us work for peace, because without peace, there will be no progress. Peter Obi's message to the Igbos was simple but powerful. Wake up, unite, and fight for peace in the right way. Do not allow anger to destroy what generations have built. Do not allow insecurity to rob the future of your children. The time to act is now, and the only way forward is through peace, unity, and wisdom. After Peter Obi spoke with so much boldness, another strong voice joined him. This time, it was Verydarkman, the social media activist who is well known for speaking the truth without fear. He stood with Peter Obi and supported his call for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. His words were direct, his tone was firm, and his message was clear. He said Peter Obi was absolutely right and that keeping Nnamdi Kanu in detention is doing more harm than good. Verydarkman began by saying that the continued detention of Nnamdi Kanu is not helping Nigeria in any way. Instead, it is creating more tension, more anger, and more insecurity, especially in the southeast. He explained that every day Nnamdi Kanu remains in custody, the level of violence and unrest in the region increases. People are frustrated, and when people are frustrated, they act out in dangerous ways. Verydarkman said, "How long will this continue? How many lives must we lose before we understand that this approach is not working?" He said that the government needs to understand that keeping Nnamdi Kanu locked up will not solve the problem. It will not silence the agitation. It will not bring peace. Instead, it will make people more determined, and it will push them into violence because they feel that no one is listening to them. He said, "If you want peace, you must give people a reason to believe in peace. You cannot keep doing injustice and expect calmness." Verydarkman also reminded the government that Nnamdi Kanu is a Nigerian citizen and, like every other citizen, he has rights under the law. Those rights include the right to a fair trial and the right to freedom when the law allows it. He said, "This is not about liking Nnamdi Kanu or agreeing with him. This is about doing what is right. The law is the law, and if we say we are a country that respects the rule of law, then we must prove it." He also spoke about the insecurity in the southeast. Verydarkman said the region is bleeding because of violence and killings, and the major reason for this is the anger over Nnamdi Kanu's detention. He said, "Everywhere you go in the east, people are afraid. Businesses are closing down. Children cannot go to school. People cannot even move freely because they fear for their lives. Is this how we want to live? Is this the future we want for our children?" He stressed that peace will not come by force. Peace will only come through dialogue and fairness. Verydarkman warned the government that using force and violence will never work. He said the government has tried that for years, and it has not solved anything. Instead, it has made things worse. He said, "If you want to end insecurity, start by removing the cause of insecurity. Nnamdi Kanu's detention is the biggest cause of insecurity in the East. Release him, and you will see things calm down. People will listen. People will believe that there is hope." He also sent a message to the president directly. He said, "President Tinubu, this is in your hands. You can decide to make history as the president who brought peace to the East, or you can decide to let this problem grow until it destroys the country. The choice is yours." He reminded Tinubu that leadership is about making tough but fair decisions. He said releasing Nnamdi Kanu is the right decision, and it is the decision that will save lives. Verydarkman also spoke to the youth of the southeast. He said that violence is not the solution. He said that burning down your land, attacking innocent people, and killing security officers will only bring more suffering. He said, "When you fight with violence, you destroy your own future. You destroy your land, your economy, and your opportunities. Do not let anger make you blind. Do not let those who profit from chaos use you." He urged the youth to channel their energy into peaceful actions. He said they should speak up, demand justice, and use their voices to create change. He said, "Real strength is not in carrying guns. Real strength is in using wisdom and standing together in peace. That is how we will win." He told them that the best way to honor Nnamdi Kanu is not by destroying the East but by working for peace and justice in the right way. Verydarkman also warned those who are using the name of Nnamdi Kanu to commit crimes. He said, "Stop using his name to kidnap people. Stop using his name to collect money. You are not fighting for him. You are only destroying your people." He called on the Igbos to reject such people and stand together for peace. In his closing words, Verydarkman said that the time to act is now. He said, "We cannot keep pretending. We cannot keep losing lives every day. We cannot keep watching the East die slowly. Something must be done, and that something is simple: release Nnamdi Kanu." He said that releasing him will not solve all the problems immediately, but it will remove the biggest reason for the anger and violence. It will open the door for dialogue. It will give hope to the people. He ended by saying that justice is not for some people. Justice is for everyone. If Nigeria wants to be great, it must treat all its citizens with fairness and respect. He said, "We cannot build a country on injustice. We cannot build a country on selective law. We must do what is right, and what is right is to release Nnamdi Kanu and start a real conversation about peace." Peter Obi and Verydarkman stood on the same side, calling for the same thing: justice, peace, and fairness. Their voices carried one strong message: enough is enough. It is time to heal the wounds. It is time to bring peace back to the southeast. It is time for Nigeria to show that it truly believes in unity and justice for all.